Hi everyone, it's Bréon and I'm back for episode 5 of the Lesbian Dating App Disasters podcast. Wow, I have a whole hand of episodes now, and when I tell y'all, life be lifin'. So here's to choosing self, practicing and maintaining balance, practicing consistency, so many things, but I have not forgotten about this little baby that I've created. I have more listeners in other countries, so welcome. Thank you so much. Can't believe that still the first 4 episodes have gone as well as they have. So let's jump into this story today. So this woman, I do not remember her name. I did not remember her name when I got to her house. I don't even really remember what she looked like. But this woman was okay, so backstory, I had a girlfriend. We lived together. Things hit the fan shortly after we moved in. And when things were finally over, like truly split, this was the first woman that I could find that I felt remotely interested in. And I remember going on the Her app, and it was maybe about say between like 9 and 10, we started messaging. By 1 a.m., I was at her house, because lesbian shit moves quick. And I don't know how we were both just so trusting that this was not going to go awry, but I ended up at her home. She was local to where I was. I was living up in Ann Arbor at the time. I get there. She's like off in the college campus area, so her home was really modern, cute, living room cute. She had roommates, but because it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, everyone was asleep. Cool. Love a sneaky link. We sit on the couch. We bond over watching Broad City. We watch maybe an episode of Broad City, smoke a little weed. And then, that moment happens where it's, should we go to your room now? Should we, do you want to stay here on the couch? What's the deal, sis? We go to her room, and you would think, even though this was so sudden and abrupt, you had a little notice. You had maybe a solid 40 minutes before I got there. You would think she would clean her room. She did not. She did not clean her room. It was a pigsty. The rest of the house was beautiful, which told me this wasn't there's a community of people that keep this area a certain way, and maybe everyone else's rooms just everyone does their own thing. But I'm already here, so I'm all right, let me just get in and get out. So we're kissing. It was not good. I remember it being very dry, almost like kissing a fish. And her, when you meet someone or you hook up with someone and the attraction is so intense that, when their body touches yours, it's almost electric. Or people, when you're with someone and your body just fits so well in theirs. This was not it. This was not it at all. It was awkward and clunky. And I also couldn't stop thinking about your room. It's I'm looking at Coke cans, Coca-Cola cans, and papers and just clutter in this dark, dingy room. It did not match the rest of the essence of the home. And it was just ugh. She might have been a college kid. I mean, I wasn't in college at this time. I don't remember. So we're kissing. Clothes come off. And she tells me, as we are both laying there, booty butt naked, not naked, naked, that she has never slept with a woman before. I get all the way naked and you go to tell me you have never slept with a woman before? And I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to do. If I get up and leave, it's like, oh, why would you get up and leave? But like staying was not appealing, especially when I look back on it. Like if you haven't slept with a woman before, I'm not really looking to be the first one for you. That's not something that I'm trying to be. I don't want to be. I don't know. And after this situation, I've refused to be that for any woman. I just don't. No. That's just, I don't want that burden. Or I don't. Is it a burden? I don't know what it is, but whatever piece of like life that holds and emotions, I don't want it. So she says this and I say, okay, have you kissed a woman before? She's just like, yeah, a couple times when I was like drunk. And I'm just like, how did I get here? How did you get me here? And you don't actually like sleep with women, like, or at that point it wasn't an active piece of your life. And I don't remember how the conversation went. I would probably have to like, I don't even think I don't have an account anymore that I could like activate, but we must not have, sent bold text messages or, messages on the app, because I would have figured it out. If you can't be bold in a text, ma'am, then that might show me what I need to see. So I'm faced with the decision. Do I leave? Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I stay? I stayed and had some of the worst sex. I think that was the start of the slew of women. That was the start of really bad sex, really like women that were not emotionally connected to themselves, not emotionally available. So many things. The pattern of women that started to come into my life that weren't exactly who I was looking for. I'm not gonna say like who. No, they just weren't who I was looking for. But I still entertained them. Hence why I started this show. And I don't remember. I remember going down on her and like listening to her, and I was like, I don't feel this. Like, this does not feel good to me. I've never been a person that's really good at random hookups or like one night stands or anything like that, because I want to like know you or something. I want to have some sort of, I don't know, rope, tether, pull, something to you that's what will draw me in and that makes me want to do the sex to you, and that just wasn't there. And it was such a concept. I don't know if I wrote about it after, but I was like, dang, did I just take her like gay virginity? Even though virginity is a social construct, we all know this. Like, what? Did I just do that? And like, I don't even know what she thought. I don't even really know what she thought about it, because sex was happening. She claimed she, had an orgasm. I think that was bogus. I've heard enough of them to hear, a fake one. And like, you could also look at it like, well, blah, 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 this, well, if you really doing this, and this. But she didn't deserve any of the works of any kind, Like, girl, you just like con man me in this mug. Like, I'm really just trying not to be rude at this point. She tried to do sex to my body. I would just say it like that. It's my current phrasing that I like to use. And I just was like, no, No, I didn't even want her to touch me. I remember laying and looking up at the ceiling, just straight boarding, like my whole body not moving, just being like, I want to get out of here. And I remember her asking, she's like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And then I like put my clothes on and I left. And I never spoke to her again. I never messaged her. I would hope that she knew that was not it. And what a decision on my part. Like, I was just so hurt, so lost, so sad, and just trying to find feeling in another person that I, went and hooked up with someone that it just felt completely wrong to be there. What a time. What a time. Yes, this woman waited up until we were booty butt naked to say she had never done anything sexual with a woman. And I had to be the first one. And I was coming out of like a relationship, and this was like my biggest relationship. And, I don't even think, and this is just being, constructive criticism towards self. I mean, I don't even think that I was all of that at that point. Like, I was very much still navigating different types of women, different types of wants, different levels. And, if you know where all that stuff lies. So it's just like, I hope I didn't sour her on women or hooking up with women. But that just wasn't a good situation. Like, just there was no genuine attraction. It was just kind of like, you want to hook up? You want to hook up? Okay, let's hook up. And to be so fast, and I don't want to use the word desperate, but like, that's the only word I can think about. And it's just tragic to think about. So yeah, that is the time that I hooked up with this woman who waited until we were no clothes to say she had never hooked up with a woman. And me realizing in this moment that was the start of all of the women situations that have happened to me through apps thus far. Wow. Thank you all so much for listening to episode 5 of the Lesbian Dating App Disasters podcast. That is all for this episode. I think and by we, I mean it's just me. I want to start to incorporate guests into the show. So we'll see when we can get some other stories. So if you have a story and you would like to submit it anonymously, I think I would like to hear those stories. I just need to figure out how you can get it to me anonymously. And I will read them out loud like a 90s radio show. And see where that goes. I would love to hear stories from all over the world, like 14 plus countries, like double digits, high teens, maybe even 20 countries now. I would love to hear global lesbian and queer stories because wowza, it is a time. It is such a time. So again, thank you all so much for listening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.